Hello everyone, we are from Group Neptune. Today we will present subject general speaking, critical journal review, arranged by Fuan Siti Koronisa, Yaltri Purba, Diken Yolanda, Universitas Negeri Medan, Faculty of Language and Art, English Literature, D. Preface. Praise and gratitude we pray to God Almighty for His blessings and grace. We were able to complete this critical journal leadership review paper well. We thank to Memrita Hartati Lutfi as a lecturer in general speaking, who has given us the time and tries to complete this paper. Hopefully, this critical journal review paper can be useful to an insight to readers and be useful for readers to know the advantage and disadvantage of the journals we review. Realize that in this paper there are still mistakes and shortcomings. For that, we expect criticism and suggestions from the readers of this paper so that this paper can be even better. Thus, we made this paper if there are errors in both writing and interpretation. We apologize. Table of contents, preface, chapter 1, introduction, background, the purpose of reading a CGR, benefits CGR, identity of journal, chapter 2, analysis of journal, summary of journal, method of journal, chapter 3, discussion, strength and weakness of the journal, and the last chapter 4, closing, conclusion, suggestion, and reference. Chapter 1, introduction. Background. Criticizing journal or critical journal report is an activity to review a journal in order to know and understand the study of the journal. Basically, journal review content evaluation, explanation, interpretation, and analysis regarding the strength and weakness. What is interesting and how the journal can change perception and ways of thinking, as well as a consideration of whether the knowledge gained is able to increase understanding of a particular field of study. Find the ability to analyze and evaluate the discussion presented by the author so that it becomes a valuable input for the wider creative process. By doing in this review, readers can find out of the quality of the journal by comparing the work of the same author or other authors and can be provide input to journal writers in the form of criticism and suggestion on the systematics of writing, content, and substantiation of the journal. The purpose of reading CGR. This critical journal review was created with the aim of learning through the following of the text of the philosophy course, the Department of English Literature, State University of Medan to make a critical journal review or CGR, so that it can increase knowledge to see or compare two or several good and correct journals. After being able to compare, you will be able to make a journal because you can compare which journals are good and which journals still need to be improved, and also because you already understand the steps of making a journal. Benefits CGR. The benefits of reading a critical journal review, namely, 1. Can compare two or more reviewed journals. 2. Can improve our analysis of a journal. 3. So that we can know the correct CGR writing technique. 4. And can write a good and correct journal. 5. Increase our knowledge about the content of research journal. Identity of journal. In Journal 1, title is The Influence of Teaching Grammar, Pictorially, and Telegram Practice simultaneously on speaking abilities of Iranian pre-intermediate IVL. Author Pone Kamzadeh, year 2017, fact 101 until 115, ESN 0047 until 7729. Journal title: Students' feedback on using Telegram in speaking practice during self-learning time. Writer Rena Ramartu, Sakira Sabian, Nur Sami Nawi, Muhammad Afiq Kamal Azwan F. Rashid, published 2022, 4 and 30, Language English, issue 445, number 1, 2022, Insania, AESN 2637 until 0360. Journal 3, title English class Visit Telegram, Otak Castle, writer Ramlan Setiawan Nining Chandrawayuni, language English, AESN 2579 until 7263, CD-ROM ESN 2579 until 7549. Chapter 2. Next, Geoffrey.
Chapter 2, Analysis of Journal. Summary of Journal. Journal 1. This paper investigates the impact of telegram-based practice and picture-based grammar teaching on Iranian AFL pre-intermediate students. Of the best strategies that can improve speaking abilities is teaching grammar using the descriptions of captivating pictures as a type of pedagogical instrument. The young students of today can no longer take the dry and tiresome traditional grammar teaching techniques in the classroom due to the technology's rapid development on the one hand and its profoundly inevitable effects on students on the other. Due of its varied appeals, simultaneous picture description rehearsal in class and telegram-based home practice can help clarify this issue. Along with increasing learners' accuracy, it also gradually influenced their fluency. In order to conduct the study, a total of 136 grade students at a private English institute in Iran took the Van Movers exam. Of these, 80 homogeneous students were selected and divided into two groups. 40 students received treatment in the experimental group, and 40 students received traditional and conventional instruction in the control group. According to the data research, employing telegram-based home practice after teaching grammar in the classroom using pictures has a substantial impact on how well EFL learners can communicate. Journal 2. This essay explores how students perceive using Telegram for SLT in Malaysian tertiary education to improve speaking abilities. Descriptive statistics were used to evaluate the data from the questionnaires, whilst a connect analysis method was used to examine the data from the interviews. Findings show that while kids had good opinions to utilizing Telegram, the activities must be appropriately supervised. The results also demonstrate the students' attention was focused on the linguistics content provided by Telegram rather than just its utility as a platform. The results of the study indicate that teachers must carefully organize the integration of Telegram into SLT and provide students detailed instructions. A range of exercise must also be included by instructors. Students view on using Telegram for development of speaking skills in the context of SLT in Malaysian tertiary education. Data gathered from questionnaires was analyzed using descriptive statistics and data from interviews. The findings revealed that while students display positive attitudes in using Telegram, the activities conducted have to be properly graded as such. Prof. Rachwan Rashid is a senior lecturer in the Faculty of Language and Communication, University Sultan Zainal Abidin or UNISZA, Malaysia. His research focuses on socio-cybernetics, discourse analysis, language education, and educational technology. Journal 3. This paper saw the role of a Tull-Castells model in improving students' speaking skill in English. This model stimulates students to speak actively every day by using recording tool in Telegram application. There are many topics to be discussed in daily as well as weekly. The feedback will be given by a lecturer directly after the session of class is end. English is chosen as the language used because it's needed in the modern era. Most of students believe that speaking is the most difficult skill in learning English. However, it can be handled by having good habit in speaking practice. The object of the study is some students on Faculty of Language and Arts of Samara State University. The object is needed to test the role of a Tull-Castells model. Data is collected by doing observation and interview as primary data, and by internet research and other sources which are relevant as a secondary data. Data is analyzed by using descriptive qualitative method. The result of the study is students give good response for a Tull-Castells model increasing their speaking skill in English. Method.
Next one, method of journal. Journal 1. The method used by the writer of this journal is qualitative method. The writer gathered a total of 133 on-out grader students in private English institute in Iran. Take form movie exam. A total at 18 homogeneous students are crossed and divided to two groups. 40 students in experimental group who recite Brickman and 40 students in control group who recite traditional and routine instruction. The course takes about an weeks twice a week. Each session is about 1 hour and 30 minutes. From this journal we can conclude that the researchers are searching for a better way to teach English. This paper is designed to investigate of influence of teaching grammar, which totally and Telegram-based practice on Telegram AFL pre-intermediate learn. Teaching grammar through describe attractive feature as a kind of pedagogy in the form at inductive
teaching is one of the influential categories that can enhance speaking ability. To en- to unfold to get this recites a total of 103 to 6 primary school students in private English institute in Iran took fun movie exam from which 18 home junior students were choose and divided to two groups. 40 students in experimental group would receive treatment and 40 students
Journal 2. In Malaysia, it is common to have universities allotting non-face-to-face student learning time or SLT for an English language course. Often, students have no problem when it comes to English language skills, like reading and listening practice during their SLT. Ironically, speaking skill is the most crucial aspect as success depends on the ability to perform a conversation in that language. Telegram can be used to help students improve their English speaking skills during self-learning time or CLT. This paper attempts to explain the speaking difficulties faced by the learners as well as the factors causing such a situation. In Indonesia, for instance, the mastery of English language, especially the speaking skills, has always been a major theme. It is also found the psychological factors such as anxiety, attitude, and lack of motivation slow down learners' speaking skill acquisition. English language learners tend to limit their speaking to what is considered as safe, that is allowable within institutional norms around children's power and within the established practice of the school. This makes the idea of non-face-to-face learning more relevant, as it could provide a worry-free environment for learners to speak. Another challenge faced by English language learners that could affect their speaking skills is grammar mastery. Mahmoudi Bakhtiari and 90 and 2020 asserts that error analysis is needed to be carried out on learners' speech to see their weaknesses. Hannah and Uthami and 90 and 19 note that 2019 note that the common claims that affects learners' speaking skill are learning materials which do not cover students' needs. This finding could be informative as in any approach or platforms used for teaching, including the use of Telegram should be considered.
Skill 3, Journal 3.
Journal 3. This research was a descriptive qualitative research. Moylong 2010 P6 states that qualitative study is a study that has the goal to understand the subject of the study in a descriptive way. According to Mujianto 2011 P33, qualitative approach try to reveal the phenomenon comprehensively and appropriately with the context through the natural data collection, employing the researcher as key instrument of the study. In line with Ari Kunto 2006 p. 343, drawing a conclusion in qualitative study can be done by comparing data with the certain given criteria such as equal, less equal, and unequal. In addition, the data of qualitative study can be analyzed through simple statistical analysis. The object of the study is some of university students on Faculty of Linguistics and Arts of Semarang State University. The object is needed to test the role of a talk pistol. For selecting the sample of writers, use purpose sampling technique. Purpose sampling techniques involve selecting certain unit or case based on a specific purpose rather than randomly, or Tashakori and Tedil 2003 p. 713. University students of Faculty of Linguistics and Arts of Semarang State University were decided as the object of the study. It was decided so that the sample of students would not very small or very large to analyze. A total of 20 students were chosen among 4 departments of Faculty of Linguistics and Arts: English Language and Literature Department, Indonesian Language and Literature Department, Javanese Language and Literature Department, and Foreign Language and Literature Department. The students were labeled from Object A to Object D. The dedication of taking to 20 students from 4 departments as the simple size was taken because of the limited time and resources of the study. Chapter 3.
Chapter 3 Discussion. The research is divided into 3 sections. A questionnaire on the challenge students face when practicing their English speaking during sub-study. A questionnaire on the value of Telegram in fostering student speaking abilities during sub-study. And a third interview about student exposition of using Telegram to practice English speaking during sub-study. The information in Table 1 is like on the challenge the student experienced by trying to hone their English speaking abilities during SLT, and the information in Table 2 said like on how Telegram helps students improve their English speaking abilities while undergoing SLC, and the interview information offers participation on Telegram aspect that IED in enhancing. This research was started by giving questionnaire and making that interview with the object of the study, and the writers visited to get information about the importance of speaking in English, the problem that usually students face in speaking English, and the solution to solve the problems of speaking, and the writers divided the problems of speaking. Strength and weakness of the journal. Journal 1. Strength. This journal, in my opinion, is the particular kind of journal for students like me because it is written in a way that's very quick to understand, and the author is excellent at stringing words together and not overly wordy in conveying, and that each of these contents at advantage of this its own. And next is to include several important points into each topic. In my opinion, this is very creative and can help readers understand the subject matter being covered here right away. Weakness. After reading this journal, I haven't found fault significant enough without the weakness. What I found is only some typo and the wording why of the author. Please open the presentation. Journal 2. Strange. Clear and complete writing and content. Many use expert opinions. The word isn't a standard. This article also has very interesting content and satisfy the reader because apart from at school, students can also learn to speak English through the Telegram application. And this application has proven its ability to help students in learning. Weakness. These are words that are not understood by readers. The content of the journal only uses the author's words without including pictures to describe the journal. Journal 3. Strange. Yeah, this journal is good because to improve speaking in English using a recording device on Telegram application. This journal contains clear and complete writing, and this journal also attracts readers and there is motivation in the journal. Weakness is journal contains only writing and does not have pictures to describe the journal and has few page. Chapter 4, Year 3, next.
Chapter 4 Closing. Conclusion. Journal 1. From this research, we knew that the use of Telegram is suitable to be used in teaching grammar pictorially and how it evolves the speaking abilities of Iranian pre-intermediate EFL. Journal 2. Telegram can be used to help students learn English outside of formal classes, but it must be guided just like a face-to-face lesson. We suggest instructors link their Telegram groups to other learning apps such as Kahoot, Quizlet, or Quizzes, to name a few. This will ensure that the activities students do are well instructed and line with the course syllabus. Journal 3. Telegram can help students learn online. In Telegram, they can also practice speaking English using the recording device on the Telegram. Even though on Telegram you can't meet face to face, you can easily send videos of good duration and quality. Suggestion. Suggestion
Year
Journal
3.
1. Journal 1. I suggest the researcher to look more into their writing, how things are supposed to be spelled, etc. It might seem small, but it does give an evoke. Journal 2. My suggestion is to expect students to use Telegram, which has more activities join using Telegram. Besides that, students should also use this to be able to improve their English grammatical and semantic speaking skills. Increase the level of self-confidence, speak fluently and with correct pronunciation. Journal 3. My suggestion is that it's very good for students to do activities using Telegram, especially when studying online. In addition, students can also improve their grammatical and English speaking skills, increase the level of confidence, speak fluently and with correct pronunciation. Telegram is very useful. Now.
That's all from we presentation. Thank you.